All right, welcome everyone to today's Explainer. Let's just jump right in, because we've got a really crucial kind of technical update to cover from the CBIC, the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. If you're an airline or a courier agency handling special economic zone shipments, listen up, because the rules of the data entry game are literally shifting. Today, we're breaking down this brand new ICEGATE message filing advisory to make absolutely sure your systems are dialed in for these new customs declarations.
But before we get totally lost in the weeds with alphabetic codes and mandatory fields, let's zoom out for a second. Why is the CBIC even rolling out these ICEGATE updates? Well, right here in the advisory, they explicitly say the goal is to offer operational flexibility to trade partners, thereby promoting the ease of doing business. So it's not just more bureaucratic red tape, it's really about streamlining how SEZ exports and imports move through the courier mode. It's about making your day-to-day operations way faster, a lot smoother, and giving you a ton more autonomy.
To get us there, we'll follow a quick roadmap today. We'll hit enhancing SEZ Courier Shipments, ICEGATE and ECSS integration, import general manifest updates, export general manifest updates, the export transshipment permit expansion, and finally, achieving flawless execution.
Okay, Section 1, Enhancing SEZ Courier Shipments. The whole focus here is a brand new functionality built specifically for SEZ exports and imports that use the courier mode via ICEGATE. And just to show you how real this is, this advisory comes straight from the Directorate General of Systems and Data Management, dated March 17, 2026. So yeah, this isn't some loose proposal, it's an active directive. The CBIC is pushing hard to modernize, essentially paving new digital highways so they can accurately identify your specific SEZ courier shipments right in the customs declarations.
So how's that actually work? Let's move to Section 2, ICEGATE and ECCS integration.
This brilliantly illustrates the tightrope the CBIC is walking here. On one hand, your core operational processes, those are going to stay exactly the same, handled by ECCS. But on the flip side, the shipment-related data will now be seamlessly exchanged between ICEGATE and ECCS. So you get to keep the rock-solid stability of your current operational platform, but you get to supercharge it with the data processing power of ICEGATE. It's basically a two-pillar system built to keep everything moving without a single hitch.
Moving right along, Section 3. Import General Manifest Updates.
Now, for your Import General Manifests, or IGMs, there's a strict new rule for your Special Handling Code field. You literally have to pass the exact keyword courier. No variations, no abbreviations, it has to be declared precisely like that. This single word acts like a digital key. It triggers the exact handling protocols needed for these specific inbound shipments inside the ICEGATE system. But you know, it doesn't stop with just the handling code. You also have to pass a very specific alphabetic flag for the shipment type. The advisory gives us 3 exact codes you absolutely need to memorize. E is for courier total, F is for courier part shipment, and G is for courier split. So whether your shipment is arriving all together, partially, or split up across different transports, you've got to pass that corresponding E, F, or G flag in the shipment type field to stay totally compliant.
All right, let's flip the script to outbound. Section 4, Export General Manifest Updates.
You'll be glad to hear that the directive for the Export General Manifest is actually way simpler than the import side. But, fair warning, it is equally rigid.
Check out how streamlined this is. For your EGMs, you just need to find the Master Airway Bill segment, the MAWB. The shipment type for your courier shipments must be passed as the letter C, literally just C. That one single character tells the entire ICEGATE system everything it needs to know to flag an outbound SEZ courier shipment. But, and this is a big but, if your IT system isn't tweaked to pass that C automatically in the MAWB segment, you are definitely going to hit some major compliance roadblocks. Which brings us to a massive policy shift. Section 5, Export Transshipment Permit Expansion. Guys, this is a huge win for trade partner autonomy. Up until now, only the custodian and the SEZ were allowed to file the export transshipment permit. Honestly, it was a real bottleneck, kind of like constantly having to pass the baton in a relay race. But now, courier agencies are going to be allowed to file the ETP directly. This right here is that operational flexibility the CBIC was talking about at the start. By letting courier agencies handle these permits themselves, the whole transshipment process just gets faster, more direct, and a whole lot easier to manage.
Bringing it all home now. Section 6, Achieving Flawless Execution.
The CBIC makes a really bold promise at the very end of their advisory.
They're saying that if we follow this whole methodology, passing the keyword courier, nailing the E, F, G, and C shipment types, and using those expanded ETP filings, it will guarantee the appropriate identification and flawless execution of SEZ Courier Shipments. It's a big claim for sure, but it perfectly highlights why this crazy strict data standardization even exists. If you speak the exact digital language that ICEGATE wants, your shipments are going to flow through the system like water.
So that leaves us with the ultimate question for today's explainer. Are your systems updated right now to ensure the flawless execution of your SEZ Courier shipments? The codes are locked in, the ECCS and ICEGATE integration is a done deal, but actually pulling it off? That is entirely in your hands. I highly recommend taking these details straight to your IT and compliance teams today. Make sure they map out those E, F, G, and C shipment types and get your operations ready to capitalize on this whole new level of efficiency. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy shipping!